Good morning, YouTube. What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? Welcome back to another live, man, on the rise and fall of the Boxtruck game. Good morning. It's Saturday morning, and you guys know how I do it in Saturdays and Saturdays and Saturdays. Wait a minute. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. You guys know I do it on Saturdays in the morning. You guys know I check the live stream on Saturdays. Good morning. Come on in, hit the like button. Make sure that you guys are hitting the like button because this morning I'm gonna be going off on you guys for not hitting that like button. Shout out to everybody that's coming in the live, man. It's Saturday. Whether you at a truck stop or at a Love or wherever. Good morning. The broker sent you over there. Or whether you just didn't get a load yesterday so you can come back home. This morning I'm gonna be, doing my usual stuff, but I'm supposed to have a interview this morning. Unfortunately, the guy, Mr. Johnson, is running a little late because he's on the road and he's beasting out, and he's getting. So I'm just gonna start, and as he comes up, let me show my screen. Not that one. That one. You stupid computer. Yeah. Let me see. All right. So come on in the live, man. We're gonna be featuring this gentleman this morning. He's a Jamaican. I get his video this week, so we're gonna feature him this morning and talk about, his business. He's not. I'm gonna just let him come and tell you. All right. So when we talk about the trucking business, is a lot of people right now that is going through a difficult time. We talked about that yesterday, and I think these videos highlight a lot of the stuff that we've been saying. A lot of stuff that we've been saying about trucking. All right. And so time and time again, we see videos after videos of people having a hard time going through this whole trucking business and trying to understand and just financially not ready, mentally, physically. Is a lot of emotional, involved in losing a business, and we see that all the time. And unfortunately, we live in a society now where if you're not better prepared to do any business, whether it's trucking or not, you're gonna be suffer the consequences. I'm shutting down my trucking authority because of this. And then it says, I quit. I'm shutting down my authority because of this. And I quit. So we're going to be talking to him this morning. And we're going to get why the authority was shut down. And, we're going to kind of let him explain to it. But let's go through the videos. In the meantime, he's getting some stuff. So we're just going to go through the videos. And I'm going to give my perspective on, what my thoughts and what I think. And just kind of like share like what we share all the time. A lot of people better heed to this information because you're gonna need it. And let me tell you let me tell you what I'm trying to let people. When you see these videos, try not to think that it can't happen to you. Okay. Can happen to you, can happen to anybody. Me, doesn't matter. Business, yeah. How you deal with it afterwards is is really what happened. But guy like me, Can happen to everybody. So let's go through this video. As you come in the live, man, hit the like button. Matter of fact, before I even start, man, I'm jumping ahead of myself. Shout out to all the everyone that's coming in the live. Devante, shout out to Devante from down in Florida. Mark Brown, we got TL, we got Mr. Lee, we got Paul Smith, we got Daniel. I thought you told me 9 p.m. Daniel, where you been? This guy, man. 9 p.m. I'm telling you, man. Insurance is very high right now. I don't know, because insurance is high because of the risks that they're taking with new authorities. This is why the insurance is high. Okay? You do 2-3 years down the line, your insurance is going to drop. If you have every year without an accident, have a good safety score. This is why I tell you guys all the time. Do not drive past wait station. Stop running over your ELD time. Stop use personal convenience. Stop play games with your ELD. Stop lying to these DOT officers, because that safety score, the insurance company have access to it and they review it every year. Get what I'm saying? They review it every year. Every year they review it. When they pull your record from the FMCSA and they look at your driving record for that first year in business, they got two options. They can say, one, your liability, get rid of you. No more policy for this guy. You got too many violations. Or they can keep you and lower your premium. There's no in-between. Because the in-between of an insurance company, you ain't going to like it. So the insurance, this is why we talk about the ELD. Let me tell you guys something. Your ELD is tied into your insurance. Your FMC is connected to your insurance company. Have access to your FMCSA record. Record of duty status, record of operation. They got access to all of that stuff. See, y'all think that is all hidden somewhere. Only your insurance company can do a MC90 filing for you. Only your insurance company can do that. Nobody else can do it. And what that does is, let's say there's a glitch in the insurance company system, and somehow it report that you didn't have insurance. You can either, one, let the insurance go back and fix their error, which is going to be a long, drawn out toss, or you can just deal with the after effect of it. All right? So you guys have to understand, this is why we tell you guys these things. Stop. If you're running around, please run your company. You got a credit score and your personal credit. If you got a 500, you got a higher interest rate because you're a risk. If you got 1,000 credit score like me, you got a 2 or 0 point interest rate. My wife is laughing in the background. 1,000. Yeah, come on, man. I got 1,000 credit score. 0. My wife got better credit than me. She don't like owing nobody. So that's how the insurance company work. So you got a credit score, you got a safety score from the FMC. All of these scores matters, because when your renewal come, like I just go through a renewal, and I was at $2,100 for my policy. When I first get my semi, $2,100. Now I'm paying $19. I don't have no violation. I don't blow past the wait station. I don't do violation of hours of service. I don't do PC. The obsession with drivers and PC. Oh my God, I just love me some PC. PC. I delivered a load 3 hours ago. So I'm parked at a truck stop. My girl called me. My wife called me. I'm going to just PC home. Then 2 days later, you come back out, hit the road, get pulled over by a DOT officer. And he said, good morning, sir. Driver's license, registration, the whole shebang. And you give him everything and say, can I see your ELD also, sir? And you give him your ELD, and 2 days ago, you see that you PC home. And then you said to him, oh, sir, I got a family emergency. He said, no problem, man. I got you. I understand the family emergency stuff. What was the problem? You know, my girl, she wasn't feeling well, and she just felt like she wanted to have somebody close by. So just jump in the PC and go home. And he just make you feel comfortable. And then just come back with 5 different tickets in his hand. Sir, one for your PC. You got one for this, one for that, one for that, one for that. They don't care about your story. So, again, I'm going to say it. Let's get into this video.
What's up, YouTube? What's up? Y'all know.
You guys hit the like button when you come in the live. Hit the like button. If I'm going to go to commercial like Mark the Mentor. Shout out to Mark the Mentor. All right? Hit the like button.
It's your boy here, man. Boss Life, your chucker. Y'all know, guys, it's been a while. It's been over a year. I haven't posted a video. And I'm seeing a lot of guys, you know what I mean, keep commenting on my videos. The last one I saw was someone asking me if I'm still driving. And I was like, you know what, let me make a video and give you all an update what's going on in my trucking life, you know what I mean. But in the meantime, guys, please like, share, subscribe to my channel, Boss Life, your trucker. And thank you for the subscribers. I'm seeing a lot of subscribers. Welcome. Thanks for watching my videos. Hope my videos help y'all. So I'll be back.
Yeah. Blessings we are reap and we coursing on full. Oh, in a rise and boast.
So I saw a comment asking me if I'm still driving. Yeah, I'm still driving. I've been driving. But as y'all can see the title, guys, I'm closing doors. I'm shutting down my company. I'm taking a break. Not sure if I'm taking a break from trucking, but I'm definitely taking a break from owner operator. As y'all can see with the rates, and the rates are super low. The freights, they're crazy. The fuel is super high. There's more regulations. Breakdowns on top of breakdowns. You know what I mean? You just can't get a break. As an owner operator, you can't get a break. And it is draining me mentally. So I have to do a mental reset. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do, but let me take that back. I know what I'm gonna do, and I know what I'm doing, but I'm gonna inform you guys what I'm doing soon. Let me put it that way. I know what I'm gonna do, but I'm definitely closing doors. Owner operator title is done for now. Yeah, man, it's almost 3 years and it's nothing but stress, man. You just always got to keep going. You know what I mean? The crazy part about being an owner operator is that everyone, when I say everyone, truck payments, trailer payments, taxes, fuel, repair guy. The thing is that they are sure of their money. But being an owner operator having a truck, you're not sure of yours. Everyone else is getting paid. Guaranteed. Except you. Because you never know what kind of breakdown it is. You may have a good week this week, and next week it's a bad week. And then the good week got to cover for the bad week, but you still got to pay them truck payments. You know what I mean? You still got to pay the insurance. So it is kind of like I'm working to making sure merchants get their pay. You know what I mean? I don't see the rates going up anytime soon. I realize that maybe there's too much owner operators. Since COVID, a lot of people, like, they went out and they purchased trucks, and trucking been getting wild. And when I say wild, it's like too many trucks. You go at a truck stop, if you don't get at a truck stop before, say 5 o'clock, it's almost impossible for you to get a truck parking, because, you know what I mean, the truck spots are to fill. And that's a sign of too much trucks. Too many trucks are on the road. So what the brokers are doing, they know that there's a lot of trucks on the road. So they just throw some low rates out there, and because they know someone's gonna take that load. They know someone got their truck payment to make, so someone going to take that load for $1.20, and that's what the rates are right now. Like $1.50, $1.75, $2 the max. You know what I mean? If you're doing flatbed, you're probably gonna be a little bit more, but for reefer and dry van, average is like $1.75, and that doesn't make no sense. So that's what's going on right now. What am I gonna do with my trucks? I have an idea. Sometimes it's good to downsize to get back up. When you downsize, it doesn't mean that you're failing. It means that you are probably going into a direction where it is not profitable. So what you got to do, you got to go back to the drawing board, and that's what I'm doing. You know what I mean? If it takes for me to start up a new company, I will have to do that. But for now, I'm shutting down. I'm giving up on my authority for now. And as I said, I'm going to inform y'all what's going on next with me. I haven't been posting because it's just too much going on, and I can't keep up. I just can't keep up. And I mean, it's interfering with family time, being like a business owner. It's interfering with family time, and there's not like enough income in trucking right now where I could say I could employ someone to manage the company, if you know what I mean. That would be cutting into the profit, and that wouldn't make any sense to me. So it's like you got to be the driver, uh, the secretary, the accountant, the maintenance guy. You got to be everything. And as I said earlier, it took a toll on me, and I have to go in a reset mode right now. Yeah, it's been what, from 2019 around this time. It's been 4 years since I've been trucking. This has been my main income since 2019, since I started at rail. And I haven't been doing nothing since. I learned a lot in trucking. There's no regrets. Nothing beats a failure but a trier. That's how it goes? Yeah. So, trying something and it doesn't work, that doesn't mean you fail. That just means you learn. And what I learned is the do's and the don'ts. I'm going to make a video next and let you guys know what I think I have done wrong into trucking that causes me to be in this situation. I just want to be a little bit open, not much, but a little bit open in general. Not try to cut into my personal stuff, but in general, I'm gonna let you guys know what's the deal. So just look out for my next video, and you will see what I'm gonna do next. And yeah, I'm back. Start make some content, guys. So in the meantime, as I said, please like, share, subscribe. I'll be back.
Yes, guys, here we go. This is the video. This is what we've been talking about. And unfortunately, that's just the next story is of a person that, coming trucking 2019, been trucking for 4 years. And unfortunately, because of the market and because of people, um just a whole bunch of stuff that people don't understand, a lot of people don't make it. um so I'm waiting on him to hit me up in a few minutes because he was taking care of some stuff, and hopefully we can kind of get to what really happened. And yeah, but in the meantime, I'm gonna say this, that I believe that a lot of times when people start business, we have to find out why do you do trucking? Why do you choose trucking? Why do you choose the line of what why you choose to come into trucking? And so we see most of the people that comes in trucking, um I don't think a lot of people put a lot of thought in it, into what they really were getting themselves into. Um, One of the things that he says, oh, let me see. One of the things, let me pull the video back up because there's something that he says that I want to kind of like, let me see if it was right here.
It's nothing but stress, man. You just always got to keep going. You know what I mean? Then it's nothing but stress, man. You just always got to keep going.
So right here he says that it's nothing but stress, right? And despite having all the stress, you gotta keep going. Um, the stress that a lot of people face being a trucker, most of the time I find that it comes from, the financial part of the business. It's not so much of the work part, because a lot of people will work, but if a lot of people see that they're not making a headway, it will stress them out. You get what I'm saying? And then people going to look at having the family time, not being home and all of that. It's not gonna worth it. Um, and this is why it's important to have a plan when you're coming out here in this trucking business, right? Um, you have to have a balance. Like I said, when I came out here, I remember when I came out here in a box truck and was doing this OTR. I I started out like everybody, doing one pick, one drop, was getting good rates, calling the brokers. I was building relationship, the whole 9 yard, right? And you guys come in the live, hit the like button. Hit the like button. Shout out to Mark the Mentor. Shout out to Mark the Mentor. Shout out to Grace Logistic. Shout out to Grace Logistic. All right. Shout out to, I see Nick early on. Shout out to Nick for being moderator. Shout out to Interstate's crew. All right. All right. So shout out to everybody, man. Come on in, hit the like button. But yeah, like I was saying, I started with one pick, one drop like everybody else. And then one day I was doing a load for a broker, and he asked me why I don't put two loads together. You know what I mean? And that's how I started to do partials. You get what I'm saying? A matter of fact, when I started, brokers used to promote partials. You know what I mean? They used to tell you, you know, that they can give you a load and you find something else. You get what I'm saying? Shout out to Jason. But yeah, everybody used to pretty much support the partial movement back then. It wasn't a lot of people doing partials. It wasn't a lot of and still is not a lot of people. There's a lot of people that still don't know about partial. I just find it funny how you have a 53 footer that can fit up to 28 pallet, but you choose to just take the 28 instead of finding two separate pallets. You can load your truck left or right. You can put 7 pallet on one side, 7 on the other side. This is why I said partial is not for lazy people, because a lot of people are lazy, don't want to work. A lot of people don't know and don't want to find out. They're not interested. They're just not interested. A lot of truck drivers who really struggling, and a lot of people in general who really struggling in life, is not that the opportunity is not there. I find that a lot of people just don't want to learn. They just don't want to learn. You get what I'm saying? Most people just want to run the spot market. There you go. That's the problem. You get what I'm saying? That's the problem. Most people just want to just do the spot market. Because if you're in business to expand, if you're coming in business and you want to expand your business, you got to grow the business. A lot of people want the business to grow, one, on their term and condition. They want it to grow the way they feel the business should grow. You get what I'm saying? They want to grow the business the way they want to grow it. You know what I find funny? I find that a lot of people now, you go on the internet and a lot of people talking about business credit. A lot of people just talking about business credit, get your business credit, business this, business that, all type of business this, business that. You get what I'm saying? Everybody is just upping this business credit. This is the type of videos that people like to be entertained by. Meet the king of business credit. These are the people that y'all attracted to. The king. LLC approved. Credit approved. See this? How to apply for business credit with your LLC. 65 million in funding. These are what people are being attracted to. The truth about business credit. Business credit 101. Notice the all black people. Look at them. Everybody's look, it's all black folks just talking about business credit, the line of credit. Look, $20,000 in 24 hours. Pay yourself as an LLC. The ultimate business hack. This is the type of shit that is on the internet that people just can't resist. EIN only, 20,000 beginners business credit card, Sam's Club. You guys ever just go on the internet to see some stuff? Look at this right here. Look at this. Look at this. Look. You see everybody who's showing credit? Look, men and women. $50,000, new LLC, no income. This is what the guy was talking about last week. This is what Mark was trying to tell him. See what this lady say? 6 bank will approve you with new LLC up to 50,000 without proof of income. Business credit, no personal credit check. It's all there. It's all there. This is it. Why is it that there's so many people that are talking about $10,000 startup approval in 1 week? How to get business funding with bad credit. No, ma'am, you should not be giving people $10,000 with bad credit. If their credit is bad, that means that they don't have a good history of paying their bills. So you add another $10,000 and their bad credit that they already have is not a good way to let people overcome their financial issue. And this is the problem that we have in the black community. You got bad credit? I'll still give you 10 grand. Why not tell the guy, go fix his credit so he can get 50,000, have good credit, and then learn how to pay his bill on time? But we don't do that. We just promote the nonsense. You got bad credit, so let's screw him some more. And then you get him those type of loan, these type of loan right here, then they take him to court. They take him to court. And when he go to court, he don't know what to say to these judge and these people that are taking him to court. These are the stuff on the internet why people fail. This is why truckers and everybody quit. I don't follow that stuff. I don't ever go to those people for money. I go to my personal credit union who I build a relationship with over the years that I've been in business. And they can tell me, look, we can't give you 100,000, but we can give you 30 grand. We can give you 50 grand. We can give you 40 grand. Look, we'll lend you 100,000, but we're going to have to get our money back in a year and a half. We'll cut the deal in my financial institution. See, you go to these subprime lend bank that have you hooked up on 50,000. Let me tell you something about this lady right here. Let's look at this title right here. I guarantee you she's gonna get a bank. By the time you get that 10 grand, you probably owe them 16,000 or 17,500. And they have to get auto pay set up on your account, where they take it out every week. And if you miss a payment, they're gonna drag you in court. Why would I give somebody $10,000 that have bad credit? Why would I do that? Why would I even sit on the internet and say, where in the history that you're gonna get $50,000 new or no income, new LLC, no income? But people believe this stuff. Let's take a look. Let's read. Let's see if we can find some of the. See, this is the type of stuff that Mark was talking about. Wow, just come across your channel. Love the energy. Loves that you're sharing and helping people. You see the comments? You see the comments, right? Crazy. Just read some of the comments. No vetting. Nobody go and check. This is a comment on a video. This is a comment on a video. Let's go back and see the $50,000. Let's see if somebody get 50 grand.
Looking to make your
to the comment. Just go ahead. When you see this type of title right here, just look at the comment. Just read the comments. This is why Black American and the Black community, when it come on to finance, will never be successful because of garbage like this. This is why people buy Boxtruck and buy and start business and fail, because they're attracted to these type of foolishness. This is why tomorrow when I do the live, I'm going to tell a bunch of y'all who subscribe to my channel why year after year after year, you still haven't go out and make money with your Boxtruck. Because you follow foolishness, stupidity. You love that. You're attracted to it. Garbage is the number one source of your appetite. You love it. You complain that everybody is at the top and you're at the bottom. You complain that everybody's coming here and stealing jobs and stealing opportunity and stealing all type of stuff. The reason why they're getting ahead is because they're not following these foolishness. It has nothing to do with stealing anything. Jamaican people don't look at this type of stuff in high numbers. Spanish people don't come over here and look and said, let me see, I got bad credit. Let me see where I can go get some $10,000 loan. And you go in the comment section, people give them praise. Thank you for the love, cuz. Thank you for looking out. Why would you promote giving somebody $10,000 that have a bad credit history? How to build your business credit without personal credit. Approve 100,000 in 30 days. Do you know that the Do you know that there's two type of credit I ever use in business credit? It's two type of credit. It's two type of credit I always use. The first credit I use come from my credit union. If I want to buy something, I go to Citadel. I sit down with my girl Chiquita, because everything is already in the computer. I don't have to bring anything. It's already there. They get my direct deposit. They get my monthly in and out money, all that stuff. So I just sit down, call her and say, hey, I'm coming over. And when I go in, she just pull up my account and everything is there. I don't have to show anything. The only thing she might need is a updated tax return. Whatever she need, I just give it to her. And then she look and I said, hey, can I get this? And she'll tell me. Let me bring on my boy Xavier, man. Morning. Hold on, let me change my screen. Morning.
How you doing, boss? Good
How you?
morning.
Good morning, man. I was just here watching a video. I was just going through, YouTube and just talking about some other stuff. But how you doing, man? Thank you for
I'm not
coming
too
on, man. Thank you
bad,
for
man.
coming
I'm
on.
here.
Okay, okay.
I'm just here living, man. That's all.
Well, we
See what's
just
going on. What's left in trucking?
what left in trucking. I just
Yep.
watched your video with the viewers, and um, you wanna first let us know who you are. You're a truck driver, right?
Yes. Yes.
And you've been driving truck
I'm a
for
owner
4 years.
operator. For 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
I started out at rail. I did the get your CDL program at rail, and
Right.
spent 2 months. Got my CDL. Went out. It was a contract, so I had to do 15 months or 120,000 miles for me to complete that contract.
Okay, so
So
you go
I
to a
did that.
driving school and they give you your
Hmm?
CDL.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
And I was starting a contract, so I completed the contract. And then while I was at rail, I I tried to Ellie because I was a trainer there at rail, and I was
Mm-hmm.
like, what else can I do? And I thought about becoming a own operator, getting my own trucks. So I went ahead and purchase not like get some information and start up my authority, purchase my first truck.
Mm-hmm.
I liked it, and then the rest was history until now. And I
Right.
mean, when I
So
started out in
so wait
2020,
so wait a minute. So
the
you
rate was
started
good.
so you start
Uh,
at rail, right? After
mhm, mhm.
after you get your class A, you had a contract with a company that you had to commit to that contract for 18 months, but then you venture off
Yes,
on your own, right?
yes, sir.
And so in
Yep.
2019 you started your business, you get your own LLC.
No, 2020,
2020.
December
Okay.
of 2020. Yep.
Okay, so walk us through that process from you getting your authority and what happened.
So when I got my authority up and running, I purchased my first truck, and I started out doing Amazon, and you know, try to put my feet in the game, and then I started to pull dry vans.
Wait a
The rates
minute.
was good at that time. Uh huh.
Wait, so you started at Amazon. So you started at Amazon, you were doing power only, right? With a semi.
Power only. Yes, sir.
Okay. So you were doing power only with
So
Amazon you
mhm.
were pulling their trailer, all right?
Yes, yes,
Uh-huh.
for sure. And then I started off. I rented a dry van, started doing dry van, and then as times goes by, I rented a reefer trailer.
Mm-hmm.
I got into the reefer game, but
But
at
what
that
make
time
you
when I was doing
what make you stop do Amazon?
um, because it was seasonal at the time. The type of Amazon that I did at the time, because I started my authority in November,
Mm-hmm.
late November, early December. So it was the Christmas season. So
So you were in the peak season.
yes. So what happened was there was this guy that he has the contract to
Mhm.
pull Amazon. So I got the loads under his authority at the time.
Okay, so you never go to Amazon and apply directly as your own authority.
No. Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, and I started out, but at that time the rate was pretty good. It was getting like probably $3 and change per mile, and the fuel was like $2 and change.
Mm-hmm.
Um, some place you go $1 and change. So it was good at that time.
Right.
And then um, I got my first breakdown. I don't have the numbers with me right here,
Mm-hmm.
but I went ahead and I repaired my truck, and it just keep coming, breakdown after breakdown. I At the time I had warranty, extended warranty on my tractor,
Mm-hmm.
and luckily I had it because what happened, my turbo went out, cost me $10,000. I only had to pay the deductible. I think it was 800, something like that.
Okay, so you had an extended warranty on the truck when you purchased it, and you lost one of your turbo.
Yes,
So your deductible was
and
$800. So that was your
yes,
first
around that.
breakdown.
No, that was my second breakdown. I forgot what the first breakdown was. Oh yes, the first one was the depth sensor
Okay.
broke down with me over there in Rhode Island. It runs me around 2,800 around that at the dealer, cause
Was the
I didn't
warranty
know
kit
no
take
one
care
in
of that?
Rhode Island. No, it didn't. That came out of
Okay.
pocket.
Okay.
And it's just always breakdown after breakdown because my truck at the time it was a 2015 International Pro Star. So that was one of my first mistake, I think, in which I purchased a truck that the lifespan of warranty is like, because I heard it was like 3 years on the trucks. So
What? So let me say this, and I know a lot of people
uh
ask about these international. I don't care what kind of deal you get an international. Um,
huh.
People try to argue with buying an international truck, and you can do whatever you want. But I'm telling you that that's the number one garbage truck out here. The number one.
Yeah.
International and Ford are cousins. They're the worst of the worst. I don't care what the
Yep.
dealer tell you. I don't care what kind of story they put in that truck. It's garbage. Whether you buy a
Yep.
semi or a box truck. But go get you some
I believe you.
international because it's cheaper. You see what I'm saying?
I believe you. Yeah, I
But
believe
yeah,
you.
go ahead.
And you know what I mean? It's just breakdown beyond breakdowns at the time. Good. And I was pulling like a dedicated lane for a carrier. They're called Best Dedicated Solution.
Mm-hmm.
So they had a facility out there in Maryland. I forgot the town in Maryland,
Mm-hmm.
and I gotta pull those loads all the way to Massachusetts. So the broker he was like, I mean, I got like 3, 4 of these loads per day. So that kind of hyped me up, and I went ahead and got my second truck.
So
So one
wait a
of my
minute. So
students
so
that,
wait a minute. So wait
mm-hmm,
a minute. So you bought your first truck, then
uh huh,
you go and rented a reefer, right? So this was reefer load you were pulling, right?
no, no, this was before the reefer. So this is flatbed, not
Okay.
flatbed, my bad. This is a dry van when I
Okay,
was
okay.
doing power only.
Got you, got you. Okay.
Yeah. After I bought my second truck, that's when I started out doing reefer. So
Got
as
you.
I said, I went ahead and I got the second truck, and I was doing this dedicated lane from Maryland to Massachusetts. with both my trucks. So I was doing like two of these loads per day. Because
Mhm.
one of my first driver was one of my drivers that I trained at rail. He left rail,
Mhm.
and we were keeping in contact. And I was like, I got a second truck. You want to drive for me? And he was like, yeah. So he was there for a couple months until he was a driver out on my first truck.
I'm sorry, you
So he
break
was
up.
driving the truck at the time. A turbo went out.
Oh,
Yeah, I was like,
hold
he
on.
was a driver.
Uh huh.
Uh,
Yeah, go ahead.
he was a driver at the time when my turbo went out.
Okay.
So after that, the truck was in the shop for like around week and a half, and he left. He got a different job. So that was the beginning of going downhill, to be honest with you, because
Mhm.
I had two trucks there, truck payments, um, I needed driver breakdown, and I put the first truck in the shop because I don't remember what was the situation with it, but I put it in the shop and I started driving the second truck. When I bought the second truck, this was one of my mistakes in which I don't recommend no one to do this because this is gonna kick you in the butt in the long run. My water pump, it was yeah a crack on it, it needs to be replaced. I was like, you know what? Let me ride this out, and that's what I did. And I ride it out until it got worse. When it got worse, it started because this engine that's in the second truck is a N13.
Mhm.
I heard it was like a max force. Like they started reinventing different models, so the water pump started hitting on the computer
Mhm.
until it got damaged. This happens to me in Rhode Island again.
Was was
So when I
was
took
the
it to
check
the
engine light
uh
on the whole time?
no,
Okay, but
no,
you
because what
knew the
happened?
truck have an issue.
Yes,
So why you never
I know I
fix it?
needed to replace the
Why you never do it right away?
yeah because to be honest, at the time I was trying to see if I could gather some money to do something else, in which I should have paid that attention like ASAP.
Mhm.
Because what happened? That was like a $2,000 fix, $3,000 fix, and it ended up costing me $10,000. Because then I had to replace the computer that got damaged. So
Mhm.
I took it to the dealer. They said the computer went out because the way they diagnosed the problem was they had someone try to click the engine. By the clicking it, the water pump moves. When it moves, it hit the computer. So
Right.
that what got damaged, and that's a $10,000 repair right there. So it just started going downhill from there, and then I started to have depth problem with that second truck,
Now the second truck is
and
what type of truck?
it is an international,
So let me
same
ask.
international.
Wait a minute. Wait a
Hmm.
minute. So your
Hmm.
first international was giving you a problem, right?
Uh huh.
Because you have the turbo went out, you have to pay an $800 deductible. The def went out, you have to
Hmm.
pay over $2,000. Why did you went and buy a second international despite having those issue on your first international?
Well, to be honest with you, I was saying it because it was a depth problem, and then the turbo was just a turbo. That could happen to any engine, any truck.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, because someone told me that the warranty lifespan on these parts on the truck is like 3 years. So I was like, probably I got the truck at a bad time, and I went ahead and I got the repair done. But it was a Cummins engine in that first truck, so everyone was like, "Oh, it's a good engine, it's a good motor, so you should be good." So I wasn't looking at the make of the truck. I was just looking at the issues with the truck, and I keep seeing people breakdowns and all that. So I was like, "It's common. It has nothing to do with truck." So that's why I probably went ahead and I got the second international. You know what I mean? But
Okay.
I got The model in the second truck wasn't it? It was an N13, and they're not good.
Okay. So you buy your two truck, you buy two international, right?
Yes.
Take us back to why your driver leave because you now had a truck sitting at a mechanic shop for a week getting repaired, right?
Uh huh. Mhm.
Why did your driver
He,
leave? Because if he was waiting at the truck, why did he leave?
I'm not sure. Up to this day, I didn't ask him, and we are cool. We are cool. It's not like he wasn't getting paid or he was cheating. Nah, none of that.
Mm-hmm.
So that was it. I move on because it's a business. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I didn't take it personal.
Okay. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Guys, you come in the live. Could you guys hit the like button? I got 33 people watching the live. You guys got to hit the like button, please. All right. We're on
Sorry.
the shout out to everybody that's coming in the live. As you come on in, just hit the like button. All right. We're talking about the rise and fall of the Boxtruck game, and I come across a video um, of this gentleman here talking about giving up his trucking business, and that's what we're discussing. So please hit the like button so we can get the live stream out. But yeah, go ahead and continue.
Yeah. So from there on, it was just going downhill. Fast forward, I ended up found a next driver. He was doing good. Um, at that time, the fuel was getting expensive. Uh, you know, at the time I was using Progressive. So you
So
know
wait a
that when
minute.
you just
So
start,
wait a so wait a minute. From the time the first driver quit to the time you find the second driver, how long was that?
I would say probably 2 months
So you paid on the truck 2 months without drivers.
without
Truck,
drivers. It was
truck and
sitting.
insurance.
That was the second mistake. Yep.
Right, right. Okay. So 2 months
So
later, you find a new driver, and the gas price
yep,
started to go up.
yep. The
Mm-hmm.
insurance was going up as well because it was Progressive, and that was the only insurance I knew at the time that could take me because I just started my authority. For
Mm-hmm.
both trucks and drivers, I was paying over $8,000 a month. That was killing me.
For both
So
what?
I for both trucks,
In
eight
insurance.
thousand dollars a month insurance. Yep,
What state? What state was this registered in?
Connecticut.
So you were in Connecticut.
Yep,
So you pay $8,000 for two trucks. So you're paying $4,000 for insurance and one
per
truck.
truck. Yes, sir.
Was that due to your safety score?
Nope.
Do you
It
have
was
points
because
on your
of
license?
Progressive. Nope. At the time, nope. It was because of a new company, and majority of these insurance won't take you unless you got your authority over 2 years,
Mm-hmm.
or you already got a year worth of authority. So Progressive is one of them companies that will take you right there and then if you just started.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I ended up with Progressive. After a year, I switched over to a different company. I forgot the name of the company, and um, they were cheaper. They were much cheaper. So for both trucks, it was costing me $5,000
Okay.
for both trucks.
Let me ask you a question, right? The first two,
Yes.
the $8,000 insurance, were you
Hmm.
paying? Were you getting those policy through an agency, or you went and Progressive?
Agency.
You go to an agency, so your agency was
Yes.
giving. That's the rate your agency was giving you.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So moving forward again, I found myself with both trucks in the shop. That's how I lost my second driver. Breakdown again.
Mm-hmm.
Both trucks was in the shop. because one was for the deaf problem. I had a DPF problem.
Mhm.
Had to replace it.
Mhm.
$13,000,
Mhm.
right?
So let me ask
And
you a question. Your
mhm,
first driver, from the time you buy your second truck, your first driver quit to your second
mhm,
driver now quitting. Is that within the first year of having the two trucks?
yes,
So
yes,
within a year of purchasing two trucks, you
mhm,
already lost two drivers due
two
to
drivers,
mechanical issue.
yes,
Now
because
the
they got to
sec
eat.
right now the second time the truck goes in the shop, both of them was in the shop, right?
Yep.
How long was they were they in the shop?
All right. So the first truck was in the shop from October, and I got it out in January.
Still paying payments and insurance,
Still paying payments and insurance.
right?
Um, the second truck was given issues. As I said, I spent $13,000 to get that one out.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Started to work again. Keep having problems, minor problems, but it wasn't a big deal. Um, my third driver now. That's when I ended up in the reefer game
Hold on.
because I found some.
Wait a minute. So your first and second truck was in the shop. One of the truck cost you 13,000 to take out the shop,
Yes,
and how much was how much was the second one?
the second one was 18,000.
So you spent
And
over. Man, this is crazy. And
yep, yep,
y'all wanna
yep.
say international is good trucks.
I had transmission problem. I had there was a code popping up. I forgot that code. So what I did was I said to the dealer, I was like, change my brakes, change my drums. I changed a couple stuff on the truck, and that's what racked me up to 18,000.
Okay, so some little minor stuff that you changed, but despite, so let's just say $26,000 for two trucks to come out the shop, right?
Yeah. Mhm.
So you spent $26,000 to get those two trucks, lost two drivers, right?
Yep.
What year was those? What year?
2021.
No, what year is the trucks?
Oh, 2015 and 2017.
So you got a 2015 International and 2000, and these are sleeper cab, right?
Yes.
Okay. And you were running OTR.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So you take the first truck out the shop, right? You start to run again, and now you get into the reefer, right?
Yes, sir.
And what happened with the third driver now? Because now you get a next driver.
Yep.
Uh huh.
So the third driver, I fired him. Reason being he was costing too much. I was doing this Texas run from Laredo, Texas, or I forgot the next part of Texas. So we always go all the way up to Massachusetts,
Mm-hmm.
New York area, Connecticut area, and he was always late for a load. He was always like, I remember one of the time he hit a pothole and he bust one of the airlines. I don't know how he does do that. He bust one of the airlines, and
Mm-hmm.
I said to him, he was like, "Oh, I'm losing hair." He was like, "I hear where it's coming from, but I can't see it." So I called a mechanic guy out. I think it was in Tennessee at this time. Call a guy out, roadside assistant, right? Um, it was just I had little parts in the truck that he could have just used a knife and cut that airline and
Mm-hmm.
use a coupling and coupling it.
Right.
I called the truck out just for that.
And how much was that
Mind you,
cost?
I think it was 500 and change.
Right.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because I think they charge minimum of 2 hours to head out, and then 100 and probably 25, 150. So it was a 500 to change. So that was done. The next time he ran the reefer out of fuel,
Right.
he didn't tell me. The broker called me because they had a sensor in the trailer and they see that the temperature was rising. They called me up. It was like, you need to get to your driver because the temperature is rising. Called my driver up. I was like, what's up? Um, broker say this and that. He was like, yeah, yeah, I was about to call you because the reefer turned off and wasn't turning on. I was like, where does this happen? It's happened at the fuel stop that you sent to me. So it's starting to not making sense to me at that time.
Mm-hmm.
When I find out, I had to take the truck to one of those Thermo King, and it cost me $900 and change just to get that truck primed, all because of his negligence. That
So
was
right. So you run
mhm.
out of fuel. Was there any load on the truck? Was there
Yes,
any?
there is. That's why the broker called me. The broker let me know knew that that was a problem, that the
So,
temperature because they had a sensor in it, and it's like a Bluetooth. It's keep the temperature keep rising. So at that time they knew something was wrong.
right.
So they asked me if everything was good. They were calling the driver. The driver is not answering, so that's why they called me. And this was in the hours of the night.
No, the load was a damage, right?
No, it wasn't. It
Okay.
wasn't. And it was also strawberry. So you know those loads are sensitive, and
Right.
it cost me 900 and change just to prime that. So that's two damage that he did
Mm-hmm.
where he could have fixed the problem by himself
Mm-hmm.
and have me save money, and he didn't
Right.
because he don't know how to prime a reefer. Not everyone knows how to prime it, but
Mm-hmm.
it's pretty simple. I was trying to tell him how to do it over the phone
Mm-hmm.
because it's pretty simple. All you got to do is just pop the hood of the reefer and look where the prime is, screw it up a little bit, and pump it until you feel you can see the diesel
Mm-hmm.
spitting out. It's pretty simple to restart a reefer. Cost me $900 for that. Um, it happens a second time. He ran the reefer out of fuel.
Let me ask you this: when the reefer need fuel, right?
Uh
Do you got an indicator? Do you have an indicator in the truck that tells you, or it indicate on the reefer itself?
on the reefer. Cause the reefer got a separate fuel tank.
Okay, so when you make that connection with the truck and trailer, it's not like it send back information to the tractor to
No,
say that. Okay.
no. The only way, unless you put a tracker device on it, like most of the mega carriers do that.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I used
Okay.
to drive for rail, what happened was when the reefer is low and
Mm-hmm.
it's like probably sitting at a yard or something, they probably call me up like, "Hey, you're passing this and this yard right here. Could you just pull up, unhook, hook to that reefer, go fill it up for me and come back?" Because so they know. But
Mm-hmm.
like for small owner operators like us, we don't have some of us don't have that flexibility or that
Right, right,
opportunity to purchase all these stuffs.
right.
So it was on the driver to figure out and maintain. Because when he was doing his fuel stop, he didn't fuel a reefer, and I always tell him fuel a reefer, fuel a reefer.
Mm-hmm.
Sometime I gotta be calling him, waking him up out of bed, reminding him to fuel in the reefer because I could see that on my ELD. I could see like the fuel and the miles that he drove by the ELD with the tractor, but not for the trailer.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah, so I would probably log in, look up and see where the fuel is at, look at where I could get cheap fuel. I
Mm-hmm.
route him there, but he has to fill the reefer by himself. So happens a second time.
Mm-hmm.
Cost me $1,000 and change at this time because what happened? He ran out of fuel again, and
Mm-hmm.
then I had sensor problems, so they had to replace sensors. So it
Mhm.
cost me $1,000 and change for this one. So you know what? I said all this is us problems.
Mhm.
Um, when he delivered the load, I told him I was like, hey man, I gotta let you go. I mean,
Right.
I sent him home and parked the truck.
Now, what
And
did you do with
mhm.
the truck after you park it? What happened after you park? What after you get him out of the truck? What happened
I,
after
w-
that?
I was searching for drivers.
Mhm.
So I had my cousin. She wanted to hop in the trucking game. She started up lease onto me,
Mhm.
and she was pretty good with like computers and sorry, all that stuff. So what happened? She went on Indeed for me because at the time I didn't have any help.
Mhm.
She went on Indeed for me, and she started looking for drivers.
Mhm.
So now I got a third driver
Right.
or a fourth driver. Yeah, a fourth driver. Got a fourth
Mhm.
driver.
Mhm.
Um, it was pretty good. It was
Right.
pretty good until
It's
until a
always the
breakdown
until.
again. Yep, until
Mhm.
a breakdown again. But here's the tricky part about this one here. When I hired him, I draft up a contract, and in the contract states that if the truck's sitting in the shop for over 3 days, I'll pay him $100 a day.
Mhm.
And because I wanted to keep a driver, so I wanted to put some stuff in that I never normally put before. Like after a year, I will pay him a full week, uh, a vacation,
Mhm.
paid vacation, all that. And so the truck break down again. He called me up one morning. He was like, stop at a fuel stop. The truck's not starting up back. So um, I called roadside assistance. They came. They was like, they're not seeing what's going on. So the tech, it was like, do you mind if I spray the starter fuel inside to see if it will start up? He asked me permission to do that. I know it's
Mhm.
not good.
Mhm.
So he did. I told him I give him permission. He did. He started up. So I said to the driver, because the driver was like 50 miles away from the delivery. So I was
Mhm.
like, go ahead and make the delivery, get this load off the truck, and let's figure out what we're going to do with the truck. So he did that. Took the truck to a shop because the engine light came on. A bunch of lights in the dashboard came on. I sent him to a dealer. So this was in West Virginia.
Right.
So as I said, I don't have all the information here, but it was a bunch of stuff that got damaged, sensors, and it was like 8,000 and change.
Right.
Yeah,
Let me
and
ask you a question, man, because I'm not really ready to dig into you, because I'm a dig into you, right? I'm just absorbing
yeah,
all the
yeah.
information you get.
I, I,
You know what I mean?
I
But
think I deserve it.
I'm a throw you under the bus. I'm matter of fact, I'm gonna throw
Yeah.
you under the truck, not even the bus.
Yep. Under
You
the
know what I mean?
truck. Yep.
I'm just
Since we're
listening to
trucking.
you. I'm just listening to you,
Uh
but
huh.
I'm gonna get you. So you have $8,000 a month insurance, right?
Yep.
You're paying thousands of dollars in repair costs, right?
Mhm.
You have drivers that are doing that's is a liability, plus drivers who seems to have a responsibility that a week of you not having a truck for them to drive, they gotta leave and go do what they gotta do, right?
That's drivers though. That's drivers everywhere. That's all they are.
Right, but here's the thing: you're a businessman.
Uh
You're a
huh.
businessman, so
Mhm.
you keep repeating the same thing over and over. You get what I'm
Uh
saying? The
huh.
only difference is that listening to you, you're just making up
Mhm.
different excuses, right?
Okay.
If
Mhm.
you have a breakdown, you're a businessman. This is your business, right?
Yes.
If you buy a truck and you find out that this truck is a liability, you get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
You have to
Uh
come up
huh.
with a plan to replace what is costing you. But you seems to figure just keep going and thinking that you can figure it out
Fix
while
the
you do
problem.
it. You get what I'm saying? And not
Mhm.
realizing that this is taking me down a road that is just gonna let me crash. And that's ultimately what happened to you, right?
That's what happened. That's what happened.
You understand?
That's what happened. Yep.
Now, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Let me
Uh
ask
huh.
you this because I see a lot of people um been saying this. At any point where you're going through those issues, did you ever think of selling those truck and go in a box truck, or you just wanted to keep a semi?
I
Does
wanted to
that
keep a
ever?
semi.
So it never crossed your
Wanted
mind?
to keep a semi. No, it crossed my mind. Yeah, it crossed my mind. But what happened was because I'm financing these trucks, I was thinking that it's gonna be hard for me to get a sell. You know what I mean? If I had
Mm-hmm.
these truck, if I had the titles for these truck, I would already put for sale on it.
Oh, of course you will. Of course. But what I'm saying is that you could have trade those truck in and get you a box truck. Or you could have trade those two trucks in and cut your loss from those two truck, do your research and get a better truck, which would be one truck, put that one truck to work, and then you know what I mean? You would then
Yeah,
start to make back some of those money that you lost. It would take a while.
yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
What mileage was these trucks? How much mileage was on these trucks?
700,000 and one got 500 and something thousand.
So you got a truck that's almost 1 million miles, and you got a truck, and this was when you purchased them, right? And how much you pay for these
Y-
truck?
When I purchased it, the first truck it was 400 and change miles.
Okay, and how much you pay for that?
Um, the first truck was 36,000.
36,400 and something mile. And how much was the interest rate?
To be honest, I forgot. Forgot. It's for some 2020.
Okay, and how
Forgot.
much?
I got the
What
paperwork at home. So.
what
Mhm.
what bank was this?
Um, transport funding.
Okay, so you got a subprime lend bank, so you probably have a high interest rate.
Yeah.
Do you have any prepay penalty?
No.
Okay, and the second truck was from who?
Oh yes, yes, yes. Prepaid penalty. Yep,
So
yep. I did.
you which one of them was prepay penalty?
The first one.
Which is the one you still have today?
No, I don't have that one today. I have the
Okay,
second one.
okay. So so your second truck is the one that you have, but your first truck, what? So how much you pay for for the second truck,
45.
and who was that from?
Same company. Same company.
Man, you're tweaking, man. You're tweaking. You're tweaking. You're tweaking, man. I can't even listen. A lot of
Mhm.
people come on my channel, and a lot of people watch me, and I call him stupid. I call him crazy.
Mhm.
But I'm telling you, for a Jamaican to a Jamaican,
Uh
man,
huh.
you an idiot.
Listen to me, man. Let me tell you this.
You see what I'm saying?
It's all a learning
Hold
game.
on a
Let
minute.
you.
Wait a minute.
Uh huh.
What we say? We gotta
Uh
turn
huh.
this Jamaican because this ain't no American term. My
Yeah.
youth, you not no sense. What we say in Jamaica? You don't have any sense. You are
Yeah, I
fool.
mean,
You
I
are
fuck
idiot.
idiot, man.
You see what I'm saying? You are a
Yeah.
clown.
Yeah.
I mean,
Let me
seriously.
tell you. I'm gonna take the beating, and
I'm gonna let
I
Mark the
don't
mentor.
really.
I'm gonna let Mark the mentor come up because he thinks because because I'm listening to you, but I'm not ready to dig into you yet. But I'm
Uh
Mark.
huh.
I'm gonna drop the link and let Mark the mentor come up and
Yeah. Do that. Do that.
and
Do
let
that.
him share his perspective. But I mean, man, with that Jamaican would I say my youth, you're not no sense.
Listen, my
Fool in the
man. When you're just
shadow.
coming into the when you're just coming into the game, it's kind of a learning lesson. And those mistakes
Mm-hmm.
I will never make them again. When I start up again, I will never make them again. I
Mm-hmm.
promise you.
How much money in all you lose in combined with repair and boat trucks? I know you say you have it, but just give us a idea.
I know for 2021 it was 60,000.
So you
I
never
forgot
making
how
them.
much it is.
So your repair was 60,000.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
for
Okay.
both trucks
For
in
both
total
trucks.
60,000. Yep.
And what about the following year
I think it was 40 something thousand
in
last year.
repair?
Yeah.
Okay, so in repairs 40 something thousand. What about your
Yep.
operating costs, like your cost per mile and all of that stuff? You have all of that?
I don't have it with me right now.
Okay,
If I
but
go in
you
the office, then I will.
okay,
Yeah.
but you have all those stuff when you was running.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I keep all those because whenever I go home, my home time, I spend like a couple hours in the office, try to put paperwork together so I don't get confused whenever. I don't try to let it
Mm-hmm.
stack up on me.
Let
So
me ask you
that's what I
this:
do.
when
Mhm.
let's move on to your returning your first truck, um,
Uh huh.
because now you're looking for drivers. You got you got a family member trying to help you. You returned the truck. So what happened? You couldn't find a driver.
It was, yeah, it was just too much breaks down, and what I did, I changed over my in the process of all of this, I changed over my tax because I was what do you call it, sole proprietor, if that's the right
Wait,
pronunciation.
wait a
I
minute.
changed over to a S corp.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You have a
Hmm.
LLC when you started
Yes, yes, I did.
through the state of Pennsylvania,
No, Connecticut.
through the state of Connecticut.
Yes,
Okay, so you were operating as a sole proprietor.
yes, and I changed it over to a S corp. So when I changed it over to a S corp, I started it with a tax situation different. So what I did after that, I returned the truck.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on a minute. You started a LLC as a single corp as a sole proprietor,
Yes, sir.
right?
Hmm.
When you
That's one thing I learned too,
uh-huh.
not to do that.
Where do you see that? Who tell you like where do you see that stuff?
CPA. When I go to do my tax, he
No.
told me it's better off to separate myself from the company.
No, when you initially start out with your sole proprietor, who where do you see that?
Hmm.
Who tell you to start a business like that?
Nobody. I did it myself.
So you didn't know.
That
You didn't know that
I didn't.
you didn't know that you're not supposed to set up as a sole proprietor. You just did it because you were just applying for the thing.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay. All
Yep.
right. So you go to the tax guy and he said what?
He explained the difference with me and changed it over. And
So
after that, I returned
you
the
move
truck.
it from a sole proprietor to a what corp?
S corporation. Yep,
To a S corporation. Uh-huh.
yep.
Okay.
And yeah, moving forward, I started to pay the tax different. So I have to pay the company tax different from my personal tax.
So before he tell
Um,
you that you were having
I was
tax issue,
operating like the company.
but you were
No, I
asked
didn't have a tax issue.
okay. So
I
you
was
paid
just
your tax
paying.
on time.
Yeah, I pay my tax on time. Pay
Okay.
my tax on time. Yeah,
Okay. So now he tell you
but
that you
it
gotta
wasn't
separate.
the difference between an S corp. It was that I was doing the business like I'm the business. So what
Mhm.
it did actually separated me from the business.
Mhm.
Even though it's my business, it shows that I'm working for the business and not for myself.
Mhm.
So that was different. So if there's like a lawsuit or whatever it is, tax issues,
Mhm.
it will go separate me from the company.
Right.
So that's what he did. That's what he explained to me, and that's what he did, and it worked.
Let me ask you this, man. What make you
Hmm.
come in trucking? What make you want to be a
Because
trucker?
I love trucking.
I know, but what make you? Everybody love trucking, but what was the drive behind it to be? Because
Want
if
to
you
start a different career.
okay, so you just wanted to start a different career.
Hmm.
Okay, and the money part of it.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay. So walk us through you
Sorry.
giving back your first truck, and let us what happened? What make you did that?
Finding drivers, breakdowns, and I was starting the process of like going back to the drawing board.
Mhm.
So by doing that, I was like, I'm gonna return the truck, keep this one truck, the second truck, and start up back from there. Because I was saying to myself, I rather um like I'm the only driver than having a driver having issues. Because no one, when you got a truck, no one's gonna take care of your truck like you do. They're
Mhm.
just gonna drive your truck until it break down. They give you a call, just like a company driver.
Mhm.
And if there's issues with the truck, they're not gonna be interested to see what's the issue and get it fixed. If
Right.
I'm driving my truck, I will do that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of times I'm on the road, issues pop up, and I take care of it by myself.
Right. So you give the truck back. Did you have to pay off? Do you have to still make payment on the truck because you have a pre penalty?
No, I didn't.
Okay, so they take the truck back and you didn't have to pay anything.
No.
Okay, so you work out a deal with them where you don't have to pay anything, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that was it for that.
So what happened to the business? The first business?
The first business. What you
Yeah,
mean by the
the
first business?
the business that you have in Connecticut, because I know you say you shut it down.
Yeah, nothing happened to you. I shut it down, and like I'm gonna start up a new one in Connecticut, in where I live now,
Mm-hmm.
and all my mistakes that I made with the
Mm-hmm.
first company, I learned from that, as I said, and I'm gonna start up and doing business different. That's all.
So you close down the business, you give back the MC number, all of that stuff.
No, you don't give it back. When it comes down to an MC number, that MC number stuck with you.
I know, but you
It's
put
not
it,
like
you shut it down where
yes,
it's not operating, right?
yes. So
Right.
when
So
I'm
you,
ready, I could form a different LLC
right,
and update it.
and update the information and just keep moving, right? So
Yes, sir.
now, so everybody in the chat is trying to figure out what are you doing? Are you a company driver or what are you doing now? Because you still got one truck.
Uh huh.
Mm-hmm. So walk us through
So
what you're doing today.
what I'm gonna do is, because I stated this on my YouTube channel that I'm gonna do an update
Mm-hmm.
on my next move,
Mm-hmm.
and that's where I think I wanna.
No, you
Um.
don't. No, not what you're gonna do next. You're in a truck driving today. So are you a company
Uh.
driver? Or are you? That's what they're trying to figure out.
And that's what I said. That's I'm gonna make a video separate for that.
Okay, so okay, got you. Okay, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so you're gonna drop that on your platform before
Yes.
you. Okay, cool. So right
And then if you
now,
want, we could come back here. We could talk about it. It's just that I want to do things timely. You know what I mean?
right.
If
Mm-hmm.
you get what I'm saying.
Right.
Yep.
Now, in your video, you said that you were stressing out, and what are some of the stress you go through?
Um, after dealing with breakdown, because at the
Mhm.
time when I had drivers, at times it keeps me up. Because some of the deliveries they will do it at night,
Mhm.
and sometimes they can't get through the drive with the shipper. Sometimes there is like lumper payments.
Mhm.
They gotta call me up 1 o'clock in the night
Mhm.
for me to give them a code for the lumper. Because you're not
Okay.
gonna really know the lumper payment. Because when it comes down to reefer, there's a lot of lumper payment,
Uh huh.
and they're not gonna know the lumper fee until they get to the receiver, and the receiver is like, "All right, it's 20 pallets. You're gonna charge $200 to unload the 20 pallet."
Mhm.
So, um, yeah, and after dealing with, because what I was doing also, I was trying to work as hard as possible.
Mhm.
So I was out on the road a lot.
Okay.
Marky, I got kids. I got 4 kids. I got a wife.
Uh huh.
I got a life to live as well.
Right.
So at times I want to do stuff, and I got to be out here on the road. So that was the stressing part about, what I mean, getting stuff done.
So
When you
you
have a
you
business,
so so
uh
you so your family was stressed. You were stressed because you were away from your family.
away from my family.
You were stressed because you have all these expense, the money not coming in, and then you got the drivers that are not. You felt like the drivers don't have your back, and
Yep.
at the same time, you felt like um all of these other stuff that you should, you know what I mean? You don't
Because
have enough
my
support,
expectation,
right? No enough
I
support,
didn't have enough support. Yep.
right?
My expectation was at that time in trucking, I felt like I should have been home dispatching my trucks, having multiple drivers. Um, bills are being paid, but it's not what most of these YouTubers portray on the internet.
So
That
regardless of what I just asked you, because this is where I was
hmm
trying to get at with you, and
uh-huh.
this is a problem that we find a lot of people have, right?
Yes.
Everybody wants to buy a truck, put drivers in
hmm
it, and become a multimillionaire 2 nights later, and become this big CEO.
Yes, sir.
It's not gonna happen.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying?
And I'm not the only one fall for that trap. So these are the reasons why I don't really feel bad. That this is a learning.
Mm-hmm. Your phone breaking up. Yeah,
Give me 1 second here.
right. Uh hit the
Phone
like
started.
button, guys. All you guys that's watching the live, hit the like button. Everybody come on in the live, hit the like button. Just hit the like button. All right. We're talking to Mr. Johnson, who went and purchased two international, who he thought was gonna make him a millionaire in overnight, right? And unfortunately, because of drivers and expense, um, he ended up cost him a lot of money in the trucking business. So this is what we've been trying to tell people. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy out here. Hold on a minute. I got Mark the mentor coming on.
Yeah,
Uh,
put him on.
hold on a minute. Mark, Mark, yo, morning.
Morning. I only got a brief little second because I'm doing my Saturday morning running around
You
Walmart and
rich
stuff
guys
like
drive
that.
around with your
I got a
glass. You got your rich guys drive around with their glass roof cars and calling up the
eh,
live. You know what I
I
mean?
got a hot brunch date, man. So I ain't got too much time. I gotta get back home and get dressed, man. But hey,
see
man,
how you.
I gotta hold you accountable, Kurt, man. You tweaking. And the next Wise Man episode,
Uh-huh.
I'm going to spend 5 minutes holding you accountable because
Why?
I don't know if it's because we Jamaican or what's going on. But you would have been went in on people, man. Like I'm sitting here listening to this, and I'm just sitting up here
I'm
watching
listening.
you just listen. Man, listen, I ain't never heard you be that quiet that long for some of the stuff I heard.
No, I'm listening to him talking, and then you know what I mean.
Man, that's
You
all
know what I
right.
mean.
I'm
So
gonna
you're
get you.
saying
I'm gonna get
you're
you.
saying he's
I'm gonna
not really
get you
mean?
Monday.
That's what you're saying?
No, I'm saying he's extremely mean. He's being nice to you, and
He
people in
felt
the
like a
chat
Oh
know it
nigga.
wow.
too. I'm just the only person that can call him out. See, ain't nobody else gonna call him out because he gonna go in on them too. See, I'm gonna hold him accountable. That's
No,
why I
I'm
put it in the chat. Like you
man. Listen,
tweaking because you
man.
would have been said stuff.
All right, tell him how stupid he are because you know that
I'm
we
not gonna
straight
tell
up.
him.
You know
First,
we
okay,
straight
so
up like
first of
that.
all, I'm the one who saw your video. Nice to meet you. My name is Mark. Nice to meet you. I'm the one who saw your video, and I sent it to him because
Mm-hmm.
he covers these things, right? I'm not gonna call you Stu because we haven't had a conversation before, and it's not my channel. You know what
Right.
I'm saying to really hold you accountable. But what I will say to you before you do start another business, your biggest mistake, the things that you blaming your demise on aren't the reason why your business demise. The number one reason why your business failed is because you invested into something you didn't understand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're right. You're
You
right.
didn't do any research on business. On business first, then trucking. You know, one of the
Yep.
first things you're gonna research is how to structure a business. There's no way on God's green earth I would start a trucking business, hire drivers, period. Any business. I'm not doing any business as a sole proprietor. Because
Right.
now all my personal assets are liable.
Yep.
Anything can happen. You could kill somebody. Now that house, I heard
They're
you say
coming
you got a
after
wife,
me.
4 kids.
Mm-hmm.
All that stuff, a person can come get it. It's all hanging in the balance. So just right there, let me know you didn't do any research. Any research. And that's the number one reason why you fail because you don't know anything about business. You scale too quick.
Yep.
You
I
there was
agree.
no reason to scale. Another thing I heard you say, you keep saying you got into the game. This ain't
Right.
no game. This ain't nothing game about this.
Oh
Another
man.
thing, another thing is you got in during the pandemic and you said the rates were good. The rates weren't good. They were inflated. And if you would have done research on business and you would have been keeping up to date with things and studied business, you would have known that that wasn't going to stay that way forever. You were in a euphoric phase of a bubble. You were in stage 3 of the 5 stages of a bubble. The euphoric
Hmm.
phase. And it caught up with you because everybody was preaching trucking, 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 trucking because the rates were good and all these people were ignorant just as well,
Hmm.
right? So it's not the broker's fault. The brokers aren't giving these rates. The spot market is a market, spot market. When the rates were what you say are good, why were the brokers so nice then? What changed that the brokers were so nice in 2020, 2021? What changed between then and now? Why were they so nice then? Or were they nice at all? It wasn't the fact that they were nice then and not nice now. The market controls the rates. The market and the people who are bidding on loads in the market. Supply and demand. The reason why the rates were inflated is because of the volume. So even though it was an overabundance of capacity, there was a lot of volume to meet that capacity. So
Understood.
a lot of things you talk about and where you pointing the finger at, none of that is the reason why your business failed. Your business failed. The number one reason your business failed is because you invested in
Cause,
something you didn't understand. You didn't do no
cause
research.
of me.
None.
Yep.
Didn't I
You didn't
told
do
you
the
that yesterday?
research.
Didn't I told you that yesterday?
Yeah, you did.
You didn't do the research. So, you're gonna get ate up here. You're gonna get ate up out here all the time. all the time. You know, you scale too quick. Like there was no reason to scale your business. Then the insurance, you said Progressive, man. There's plenty of places you can go as a trucker other than Progressive. You didn't
But
do the
Mark, you think
research.
because he was a sole proprietor, that as a part of his policy being the way it is?
More than likely, yeah, he was a risk.
You see what I'm saying?
Oh, you think that that could be one of the reasons as well?
Yeah,
Yeah, because you weren't. They don't. Listen, man. You're a sole proprietor.
you can't run as a sole proprietor. You, God forbid, you do something or one of the drivers you had do something.
Hmm.
It's just like if you hit me and I'm
Mm-hmm.
injured and I'm paralyzed or I die, man, my people gonna come take everything you got. I swear to God, they gonna come take everything you got.
Mm-hmm.
Your house, man, we don't care about your kids, none of that. And this is what I teach on my channel. I need it all. I'm coming for it all. I can't walk no more because you hit me and your business ain't structured. So, man, you a sole proprietor? Man, where's his house at? Put a lien on it. I need it. Well, he got kids, man. I don't give a damn about his kids. I can't walk no more.
Right.
I'm heartless like that. When it comes to business, I gotta get it.
Right.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
I'm I'm indemnifying myself
I
from
ain't blaming
any and
you.
all liability. Any and all liability. Especially if you're gonna run a business where you're reliant on other people. Because their negligence, you gotta bear the brunt of their negligence.
Right.
So, it's just, man, from the start, your business started out wrong. So if you started out wrong, ain't nothing gonna go fall in the line. So,
And that's what it taught me that I didn't start right, and that's why I ended the way it ended. So I'm still in trucking, and that's what I'm gonna do. I learn a lot, and I'm gonna start it the right way. So
yeah,
that's the
but my,
reason
my
why. Uh huh.
go ahead.
Go ahead.
My advice for you is to just research business. Forget trucking. Just study business.
I did.
Study business.
I did.
There's a lot. There's a lot. There's a lot you need to learn before you even just start. Looking into the business of trucking. You need to understand business 101.
I
And I
did.
think if you say you did or you going to,
I did, and
because
I'm still
because
learning.
because
It's not.
because here's
Uh,
something else. You've been trucking for 4 years. I heard him ask you what's your
Mm-hmm.
cost per mile. And you said, man, I got all that in the office. Like your cost per mile, you're supposed to know your cost per mile. That's not something that the office doesn't have anything to do with what you're running your truck for. You should know what it costs to operate your truck. You should have that in your head. So when he asked you that, and you said, well, I got all that in the office, like your cost per mile has nothing to do with the office. You should know what you're operating your truck for. This is how you know what loads to bid on and what loads to stay away
and
from.
what rate? Yeah. Yeah.
Right. So if you don't, like, a question like that, when he said that, you're like, well, it's in the office. I'm like, yo, you know what I'm saying? So this is where I'm getting on him because in any other time, and it's probably because you Jamaican, you know what I'm saying? Kirk would have didn't have flipped the lid wig. You would have just, we don't
Is
listen,
this Kirk?
No.
listen.
Is it that's the reason, Kirk?
No.
We
No. No.
we
No.
don't we listen. We don't show no mercy, and people respect us for it because they know we're not out here selling people bullshit. They know we know what we're talking about, so they accept it from us, right? Because they know that we know what we're talking about. It's
Right.
different when you hold people accountable and you don't know what the hell you talking about. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Between me and Kirk, you talking about damn near 30 years experience. You see what I'm saying? So,
Yep.
I wish you the best of luck, man. I think, and to be honest with you, I'm gonna be honest with you. You can do what you want. If I was in a semi truck, me personally coming into this space right now with a CDL, I would just go company driver. I would go company driver. You're gonna come out.
Company job is
I
not for
still,
everybody.
it's not for everybody, but based on what you're saying, I think it's for you.
No, not for me.
And here's what I'm saying. It may not be for you right now, but I think the experience you're gonna get and understanding and learning business, it'll pay off for you down the line. You know what I'm saying? If you go be a company driver, you can learn, and then maybe flirt with it again later. I just think based on what you're saying, there's a lot that you need to learn in business to understand how to run a business like trucking efficiently and profitably. I can just
No,
listen to the way
that's
you
right.
the way you talk. I can just listen to the way you talk. You know what I'm saying? I just listen to the way you talk, and then when you say these things, and then you and a person who's educated and experienced in the business is just looking like, man, what the hell are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? So I'm not here to hold you accountable. It's not my channel, but I honestly think, man, you just it's a lot of
It's a lot of stuff that you need to. I think it's a lot of stuff that you need to learn. I get that you've been out here and it's kind of hard to go back and work for somebody, which it's understandable. But you got your truck, and you're gonna try to figure it out from this point moving on. Um, but you know, the end of the day, you still gotta make your own personal decision that's best for you. If you think remaining where you are, you know what I mean, then yeah, you know what I mean. Um,
I respect what y'all saying,
right.
and I'm here to learn.
Hmm.
And if learning is you're gonna hear the truth, that's fine with me. At the end of the day, whenever I go out there and I do it again, I learn. I won't make the mistakes again.
but don't you
So
think it's a little bit riskier for you based on your personal situation? You got a family, right? So don't you think that it's wise to really buckle down and really learn and understand this game? Because when you go out and you take a risk on business, it's not just you. You said 4 kids, right? And a
hmm
wife.
Hmm.
yep,
That they're taking that risk too. See, me, it's just me. I can go lose it all,
that's true.
because it's only me. But what I'm telling you is, if you're going to invest into this business again, it's imperative that you really understand what you're investing into, because it's just not you investing into it. It's them as well. Because if you fail, they fail. If you make
Hmm.
sacrifices and you got to cut back if the business is not doing good because you didn't do the due diligence that you were supposed to do initially, they're suffering the consequences behind that as well.
Hmm.
So I'm
That's
telling
right.
you that. I'm telling you that to say this. The next go around,
hmm
you really need to understand this business. You know what I'm saying? You need to know the market. You need to understand that trucking is boom and bust, right? Because what's going on now, this is not new. We've had bust cycles in trucking before. It was a bust cycle in 2019. A bunch of trucking companies went out of business in 2019. There's a
Yep.
lot of other variables that are accounting for the bust cycle that we're seeing today, right? That was different uh, from why we had a bust cycle in 2019, right? But coming into business, you're supposed to know all this stuff. You look at my channel, everything that's happening now, I said it was going to happen last year. I told people wasn't going to be no peak season. I told people this year was going to be horrible. I'm telling people next year is going to be horrible. Why? Because I know business, and I understand the economy.
That's right.
And you got to understand, and you got to know this too. You moving freight. So you need to be able to forecast. You need to be able to look at charts. You got to pay attention so you can know how to transition yourself. It's money out here in trucking. But man, Kirk, you invited me up. I just came up. I wish you the best of luck, man. You know what I'm saying? Just, do your research, man. I
Yeah.
think that's the main thing amongst minorities. And I'm not saying like Jamaicans, I'm speaking of all minorities, Hispanics, blacks, Jamaicans,
Mm-hmm.
Haitians, whatever. We don't do the research. We ride waves because people are saying things are good, and we jump on the bandwagon to only find out. Listen, when 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 something becomes popularized, right? When people start bragging on something and telling people to get into something like they were during the pandemic, the real money has already been made.
Yeah.
Me and Kirk divested during the pandemic. So the guys with experience took advantage of suckers, right? And we
Right.
divested.
Mhm.
While you had an infusion of people who were ignorant coming in. Think about that.
I see what you're saying.
So just do
And as
your
you said
research,
before,
man.
I
Go ahead.
before I launch out back, what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do some more research, as you say.
Mm-hmm.
Study not the game, but the business, right?
Don't study the
Not
game.
using
I
the
don't know
word
what game
game.
you're talking about. Exactly. Yeah, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. The business, right.
The business, not the
Yeah,
game.
Right.
exactly. Because it ain't a game. Because guess what? The game is going to end.
Yep. Game over.
Game over. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Game over. You can't divest the game. You can't sell a game. You can. You can sell it a business at an appreciated value. If you go buy a game, you're going to sell it at a depreciated value because it's
Yep.
used. It's not an asset.
It's
A
already
video
played out.
game ain't no asset. So it's a
Mm-hmm.
business. You know what I'm saying? You got to treat it like a business, and you got to treat yourself as a businessman.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And just do your research, man. Do a lot of research, man. Do a lot of research, a lot of research, man. Never stop educating yourself, and take small baby steps, man. Take small baby steps, man. Do research on everything, even with the insurance. Like that insurance you was paying is egregious, man. That don't even make sense. That don't even make sense what you was paying.
Mm-hmm.
So everything you do, research it. Even your insurance broker, research your insurance broker. See their reviews.
Right.
Structure your business right the next time. Everything. Make
I
sure your
will.
initial cost is as low as possible because you have to prepare for the next bus cycle. It's coming. When we go back to a boom cycle, guess what? The bus cycle right around the corner. So you want to make sure you're in a good position so that you can withstand it. You know. But man, that's all I got. Kurt, appreciate you, man.
I
I'm
appreciate you,
almost
Mark,
at
for
the
dropping
store.
by, man. And yeah,
Appreciate you, boss.
we gonna bring him on the Wise Man podcast. And Mark, what
Nah. He good. He
I
good. We'll bring him on the
mean?
recap because the
We bring him
audience
on
over
the.
there a little bit more. Hey, listen, the audience over
He's
there a little bit
tweaking,
more
man. We gotta
harsh.
hit it.
They harsh over there. They rough. They rough on that channel, man.
Oh man.
Hey, Kirk audience just sitting up in here quiet, knowing Kirk would have been held him accountable. That's all right, Kirk. I'm gonna get you
No,
Monday.
I'm
I'm
listening
gonna
to
get
him.
you. I'm gonna get you.
This guy.
I'm gonna get you Monday. I'm gonna get you Monday. The FB, see the FBA ain't in here. If the FBA was in here, they would have got you.
Oh man,
If the
exactly.
FBA was in here, they would have been got you. Oh, Kirk, you tweaking. It's because he's Jamaican, Kirk. You not FBA. You not for the foundational Black American. See, we knew it. See how he treating the Jamaican? He calls us stupid. Pookie, Ray Ray. This man just sat up here and said he started his business in the Soul Corp. We would have been Pookie and Ray Ray.
Oh man.
Oh,
Yeah.
Kirk, they're gonna get you Monday, Kirk. They're gonna get you.
I'm gonna send
They're
you.
gonna get you.
I'm gonna send you this live so you can cut it out because I know you, man.
Nah, I ain't gonna cut it out. We gonna review it Monday. We gonna review it. We
Oh
gonna
man.
review it. But I'm
Oh
out of here,
man.
man. Hey, stay up, man. Keep your head up, man.
All right,
All right,
Mark.
man. Same.
All right,
All right,
cool.
peace.
All right. Shout out to Mark the Mentor, man. Shout out to Mark the Mentor.
Yep.
Yeah, man. But yeah, man. It's clear that you can see that you did a lot of stuff wrong, man. You did a lot of stuff. You make a lot of bad choices. You get what I'm saying? And unfortunately
Acknowledge
for
it.
you, it costs you a lot of money. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
You gotta learn business, and it's funny because one of the first thing when I talked to you yesterday was I started to educate you on the business part of the trucking, and I explained that to you that you have to know these things, and just a lot more stuff that by talking to you, and you gotta be accountable for a lot of the stuff that you do. There's a
Yes, sir.
point in business where you have to make a decision where you gotta just let certain things go. You know what I mean? If a truck is a liability, you gotta let it go. Clearly, your truck was a liability. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was.
Then you got drivers that are a liability. So you gotta know when to cut your loss. Another thing I'm gonna get on you is this whole idea about buying a truck and scale and try to become a CEO and be home dispatching trucks and you out on a weekend with the family. Trucking doesn't work like that. The internet may make it look like that's how it works, but that's not how it works. You've been in trucking for 4 years. Your first 2 years in business, it should have been you building that business, and all that extra money that you were making that you could have afforded a second truck should you just keep putting aside while understanding and building the business. To be honest with you, you should have right now, if you had take the time and done it correctly, you should have now just looking to go get a second truck.
Yeah. I think that's one of the problems too. My brother told me that. He told me that I went ahead and bought a second truck too quick.
Exactly. Listen, people get at me all the
So
time
that's
on
more
YouTube.
liability.
People get at me all the
Yep.
time on YouTube. I got emails I can show you guys. If you know so much about trucking, why you don't have a fleet of drivers? You get what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
I just started drive semi. I'm coming from Boxtruck. I literally just have a semi a little over a year. As much as I know this industry, I'm new to semi. You get what I'm saying? I'm good at what
Yeah.
I'm doing with my semi, but I'm still new to this side of semi. I'm still learning about a lot of the semi stuff that goes on over here. A lot of the costs that come with semi, all that. So, not because I can go and buy a fleet of semi because I want to look good, I'm going to do it. I'm going to still take my time to understand this side of semi-truck. I got to IFTA. All these fees, all these fine, all these other stuff, all these different requirements. So I'm still learning on this side. And I'm still doing it with my one truck. People say, oh, well, you know so much. Why you didn't have a fleet of truck? Because I'm not going to go and invest in trucks and end up just like you. One truck need a motor or a transmission. Now I lose a driver. So now I got 5 trucks. I'm paying on 2 of them. And this is why I don't do it.
No money coming in. Repairs. Yeah, that's the
So I'm
recipe for
smart enough to
disaster.
know what to do and what not to do. But a lot of people, there's this thing about And I'm gonna tell you, as a Jamaican, there's a lot of Jamaican people that we have this thing about us where we watch other people and believe that by looking at other people we can do it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's not me though.
So
I'm like
so
one of the first in my
right,
family to like start out in trucking and doing all of that. So I follow
so
what I like to do.
right. So but what I'm saying is that when you start your business and you grow and you thought that you're gonna have 5 trucks and this, that, and third, you should have been your only driver. Billing,
Yep.
learning, you should be learning about your truck at that time. Learn about your truck and your trailer, how to maneuver around the business part of it, how to make extra money. How you should be busy getting customers. Your first 2 years should be busy getting customers, building relationship with brokers. You have any relationship with brokers?
Yeah, I do. A
Building
lot.
relationship with brokers, building up your own customer network. You see what I'm saying? Putting a name out there. So by
Yep.
the time you drop a driver in one of your truck, you're gonna reap the benefit because you already do your research and know a lot of stuff, the do and the don'ts. But when you do it the way you do it, like a lot of people do it, it's going to be, and then you have the same thing like what we talk about. You have the same thing. You come in with this idea that it's a box truck, that is a trucking game. You see what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
if you come in with an idea like it's a game, you're gonna get the
But
result
one day it's
of
gonna be over.
gamers get, which is game is
Game
gonna
over.
over. You see what I'm
Yep.
saying? And so this is why we do this live stream and Saturday where we talk about rise and fall of the box truck game. You get what I'm saying? It's not a game. When you get ready to restart your business, you get your LLC, you put all of your documents together, and you get back out here and you run it like a business. My
Yes,
cost per
sir.
mile for my semi is $1.85. That's something you should have known. That number is never
Okay.
go away. You
Okay.
see what I'm saying? It never
Yeah.
goes away. I spent $650 last week, Wednesday, to fill up 2 tanks of gas in Jersey. There's certain numbers don't leave my mind. You understand?
Mhm.
From last week, Wednesday, to this week, I get one layover, $250. Just certain things that in trucking that once it internalized with me, it just never leave. Eventually it leaves, but I can tell you like whatever take place last week, 2 weeks ago, a month ago. If I rebook the same load with a broker, I can tell if I'm getting more or less based on the previous rate that I get. So you gotta keep those stuff in your mind and you gotta remember those stuff because those stuff is when you're on the load board, those stuff is what you look at.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? And we gonna talk, man, and I wish you all the best and you got my number, I got your number, and I'm gonna put you on some game and I promise to help help you to come back out. Somebody asked early on if we're gonna help you to come back out, to help you turn around. And I already offered to help you to show you how to come back out and how to do it the right way. And I told you that to make money in the trucking business and be a profitable person, you're gonna have to do partial, right? And
Mhm.
you gotta leave from running under people MC with their trailer to now you're gonna get your own trailer and make your own money, which is gonna give you a higher profit margin. You get what
See.
I'm saying? So we're gonna sit
Yes,
down and
sir.
we gonna do our thing and then we're gonna come back and let you, you know, give you result. And you know, I know you say you're gonna come out, you're getting stuff prepared. So just take your time and do what you're doing, and then once you come out, you know, you won't be ending up, because I'm gonna be honest, whether you fail the first time, you can come out the second time and do it again and still fail.
See what you're saying?
See what I'm
Yep.
saying? So some of the stuff that I'm gonna talk to you about, it's gonna, you know, improve you from being a better, you know, you being a better business person, and you know, hopefully we can get you on track. And all right.
Yes, sir.
So I appreciate you coming on, man. And um let me, hold on a minute, let me pull up your channel so everybody can go and watch your channel. You have a lot of different stuff on your channel that, you know, people can probably learn from. Um
Yep.
let me get your channel up, so we can have the people that are watching to go and look at your channel. Um let me share the screen. Hold on a minute. Where's my screen? This is it. This is his channel right here. You guys go and subscribe to his channel, Boss Life
Boss
Trucker.
life, you're a trucker.
Boss Life,
Yep.
your trucker. And this is all his videos. And you know, you got a lot of videos over here. You got a tow truck video, so people can go and see what happened when you have a problem with your truck. Expensive repair. Just different videos, guys. Go over there and subscribe to the channel, and subscribe to Boss. What is it? Boss Life, your
You're a
trucker.
trucker.
All right, and subscribe to the
Sir.
channel. And don't forget to put it in the comment section that Kirky Fresh sent you. All right. So yeah, go subscribe to his channel, and yeah, appreciate you for coming on, man.
No problem, boss. Anytime.
Yeah, appreciate, and I know you're working today, so thank you for taking the time to come on, and you know what I mean, talk about your rise and fall, and
Yes.
hopefully when you get back up, we can support and keep you up, and you know what I mean, make you make better business decision. All right.
Yes, sir.
So
Appreciate
yeah.
that. Thanks for
All
having
right.
me.
All right, man. Appreciate you again, and you know what I mean. Just keep the faith. All right. And don't beat up on yourself too hard, man, because it is what it is.
Yeah, I already did that, so took
Yep.
some time, and then,
Mhm.
so
Yeah. Yep.
it's all good now.
All right. The only
All right,
international
boss.
is listen. The only international is supposed to own is going overseas, which is a passport.
I already have that.
All right. All
All right,
right.
cool.
I
Bless up.
appreciate you, man. All right. Cool.
All right.
All right. Oh man, that was wild. Shout out to everybody that's staying alive, man. That was wild, crazy. And this is why I do this stuff, man. And you know, a lot of people, you know, can learn from this. Just listening from an insurance, truck payment, drivers, um, which is some of the thing I always talk about. Drivers is one of the worst investment you can ever make in the trucking business. You know what I'm saying? And so a lot of people don't understand that buying a semi and throwing a driver in it is not, it's easy to say, and even a box truck. You know what I mean? And so yeah, I wish Mr. Johnson all the best. Um Go subscribe to his channel, guys, and you know, like I said, man, appreciate Mark the Mentor for coming on. We're gonna be on the Wise Man podcast. But yeah, man, I'm telling you, it's crazy. It's crazy. It get crazier and crazier and crazier. All right. Shout out to Zupchuck and shout out to everybody that's in the live. Shout out to Daniel. All right. Shout out to Paul. Shout out to everybody that stick around, man, and watch the live, man. And I'm gonna let this one stay up because I think a lot of people, we need to have a lot of people listen to this stuff. All right. All right. So I'm out of here. It's your boy Kirk, back again with the next live, man. And I'm gonna be here tomorrow again. I'm going to be talking about subscribers. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to talk about subscribers. I talk about content creators. I talk about people on the internet. Tomorrow is the subscribers. We're going to go in on the subscribers. Okay? Because some of you subscribers are tweaking. You're tweaking and twitching. Tweaking and twitch. So I'm going to talk about that tomorrow. I'm going to put that live stream tomorrow. And it's going to be starting at 6 o'clock. I think I'm going to start at 6 o'clock. And yeah, I'm going to be going in and some of the, not all the subscribers, some of the subscribers. Some of the subscribers. All right. So yeah, peace out. And I will catch you guys tomorrow. Stay safe. Peace out.